I want to talk a little bit about, if I can, I want to start with Kamala's Cringe.
Oh God, her
I want
Adonis.
to do, yeah, like, what did you make of Kamala Cringe last night?
She's pulling a Hillary Clinton. When I
Yeah,
was talking earlier about it, all I could think of when I heard her say like y'all, we're gonna do this, y'all.
we did
All I
this
could
in
think of was
2020. We're
I've
gonna
got
do it
hot
again.
sauce. I've got hot sauce in my handbag. It's echoes of 2016 all over again. And she's kind of similar to Hillary Clinton, unlikable, takes glee in other people suffering and dying and things like that. No real accomplishments in political office.
Yeah, I mean, I think, there's a couple of main like white pills I want to offer. One thing I don't like is the conservatives running around like Chicken Little,
Yeah.
without like part of it, unfortunately, is Twitter monetization. And another part of it is like conservatives being so used to losing, because the conservatives are a party of losers. Most of them have loser attitudes.
Sad sacks.
Yeah, I mean, it's like,
We
oh,
tried our best.
here we go again.
We just didn't do quite enough.
That's what I got into with Matt Walsh this week about that. It's like, dude, shut up. Like, stop being a whiner. Like, get out there and get people to vote, bro. Like, don't.
Yeah, if you're that worried, if it's that depressing to you, wouldn't you want to do something to fucking stop it?
Right, Pat's like, why go live?
You'd think
What's the
so,
point?
but not if you're a Republican.
Yeah, they are a party in the most part. And this is what big reality I try to tell these people like Matt Walsh, who are like, we don't want MAGA voters in the conservative party. The Big Ten is a lie. I'm like, okay, well, guess
Good
what?
luck. Yeah.
Good luck. Yeah, like there are tens of millions of voters like me and maybe like Styx who definitely don't call themselves conservative, but are Trump voters. So if you're going to keep propping up people like Matt Walsh saying, we don't want you, okay, cool. You're going to get Trump. And then after that, enjoy losing the next 20 years.
Yeah.
Like,
what happens in 2028 is if they're crazy enough to give me another George W., I ain't voting Republican.
I wouldn't either.
You think I'm going to vote for someone who says, yeah, we're going to bomb Iran instead of like a John McCain? No, if you offer
God
me
himself.
that, I'm not. No, absolutely not. I'll vote Democrat.
Yeah, that's why all these boomer cons, like even though Matt Walsh is younger than me, he's like, hey, you've been covering politics for 5 seconds. I'm an expert. I'm like, dude, okay, well, you don't have to be an expert to know that there's probably 10 or 20 million Donald Trump voters that you have to earn in 2028. I am not, like you said, if they've run John McCain or a Jesus himself told me that I need to go start another war in the desert, I will not vote for you. I will vote for a write-in candidate, or I'll vote for whoever is the most anti-war, and you will lose. And Republicans got cocky. They won one election in 2016, and they're like, yeah, Republicans. Like, no, you won because Donald Trump. And
they didn't seem to understand the ramifications, but they're Republicans, so it's hard for them to understand anything. Like some of them, I wouldn't trust them to even be able to tie their shoelaces. The Democrats are flat out evil. And they're highly organized and well-oiled and very sophisticated. The old moniker is the Democrats are the evil party, the Republicans are the retard party, basically.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if you have good ideas if you're unelectable, because then you never get to put your ideas forth. People need to operate with more strategy and pragmatism. And people like you and I, we're trying to help these people who aren't, I mean, we're not even part of a political party. We're trying to help you.
That's exactly
we're not trying to be insulting. We're just telling you the political reality over the last 30 years.
Yeah, I think
since I was in diapers.
This isn't like a Matt Walsh thing. This is a whole, like, everybody was having a spurg meltdown about Amber Rose being at the Republican National Convention. It's all of
who cares?
Who cares? You know what you need to win? Votes. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what's the worth being conservative if I'm not conservative of anything? Okay, well, if you're not
then conserve nothing.
Right. You have no
lose and conserve nothing. Give your enemies all the fodder, all of the ammo, let them run roughshod. And the funny part is that there are some people who are fundamentally more on the right side of politics, or at least in the moralistic sense, and they actually support it. And they say, well, accelerationism is a good thing.
Yeah.
Thank you for literally collapsing Western civilization and then China will take over and you'll be a fucking communist and you won't have a choice in it. I'm
could
sure
say-
it'll be a much more traditionalistic Christian style of life, by the way.
Yeah, you can say what you want about Democrats, but they win, the left. And look, you might not get 100% of what conservatives want by allowing people in to win elections, but you might get 30% or 40%. And guess what? You get nothing when you lose. Yeah. Like, enjoy telling everybody about my principles for the next 4 years when Kamala Harris wins. Like, Matt Walsh literally saying, we don't want you. Yeah.
And enjoy her views on guns, by the way.
Yeah.
Joe Biden looks moderate compared to what she was saying. Hell yeah, we're going to confiscate your guns. Well, I mean, number one, good luck. Number two, millions of people will die. But number three, do we really want to risk such a situation where several million Americans get shot and killed?
It's easy to be like, my principles from when you're a podcaster. Like, you or I will not generally be affected by the chaos that will actually start. But if they come after my garden, there's going to be some problems, though. Well, yeah, I mean,
you try to regulate my dill plants, and you're fucked.
Yeah, that would be the moment. But like, the reality is, like, this isn't a pick on Matt, because I'm sure he'll like he'll react to this clip and be like, "Oh, yeah, what's the value in conserving if I can't?" No, okay, you're gonna lose. And when you're directly telling somebody with 1.5 million subscribers, hundreds of thousands of people that watch my videos, who openly supports Trump, that you don't want me, guess what's going to happen in 2028? You're not going to get me. And my viewers are going to turn on you too. So good luck.
If the Republican Party were to turn on Trump and MAGA populism, they're also not going to have the clankers either. And we're not the only ones. Right. There are a shit ton of people out there that have at least some political influence, socio-political influence in large audiences that'll do the same fucking thing. Well, if the Republican Party wants to commit suicide like the Democrats are right on the edge of doing, they've got the blade to their neck right now.
Yeah.
If you snatch defeat from the jaws of victory at this point, when you've literally got your opponent completely decimated and on the ropes, I mean,
we can't help you then. Yeah,
you're beyond help. You're be crazier than Kamala Harris, and that's going some.
And to also go back to the Kamala cringe, all of the media and all the like right-wing pundits are running around like, oh my god, the stadium that Kamala Harris had her rally in Atlanta, that featured not one but two free concerts with very popular musicians, maximum capacity 8,000. More. First of all, if you've ever been to a political event,
and half of them left after the performances.
Yeah. First of all, there's generally like at least a quarter of the seats that are blocked off because there's like a jumbotron or something like that behind the people that are speaking, so you can't see.
Yeah.
So even at the RNC, they probably had 30 sections of seats closed. That's where you always get the picture from the left, like, ha, nobody's here. It's because they don't have people seated behind the jumbotron. So
you'll notice the legacy media was panning out a lot to show the crowd at the Kamala Harris concert event. Technically
8,000 would be max capacity. I assume they had to close part of the gym for the seats behind Kamala, so let's say 7,000 max capacity. There are more than 7,000 people in the overflow area at your general Trump rally.
Yeah,
like, let's see how many people are at Trump's rally on Thursday. Let's see how many are there. It's going to be 25,000, 30,000. And
he got over 100,000 in fucking New Jersey.
Right. Like, what are these people talking about?
You're going to like the most solidly blue area. People are coming in from all over the place regionally to go and see you speak. And it dwarfs anything that Biden or Kamala could ever pull in. But then again, keep in mind, in the last election, their excuse was lockdowns. Right. And so when Biden only had 10 people show up, that's perfectly okay. I'm just holding a town hall meeting. This time around, they don't have that particular excuse. This time they're using security as an excuse. You've seen them lay the groundwork. There was a story 2 days ago. I think I mentioned this on the previous live stream for the benefit of anyone that didn't hear that. They said, well, she's, you got a unique problem. She's black and female. So the ergo, the security situation is more dire for her. She's more likely to, somebody's going to lynch her or something like that, which is totally untrue, but whatever.
That's the implication, though. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Maybe some crip is going to shoot her over a drug deal. Yeah, that's possible.
That could be. But or somebody she put in jail.
She's probably on drugs. I mean, considering the way that she acts.
Yeah. So, like, everyone on the right needs to calm down. Kamala is cringe. Actual black people are not convinced by her in literally doing blackface. They were there to see a free concert. Lots of people left while she was still talking, and she only gave a 30-minute speech. Like, Trump,
she's not capable of campaigning on the same level that Donald Trump is, and that's the long and short. He gives rock star performance rallies on a regular basis. He does this pretty much every day. And 20, 30, 40,000 people show up. Kamala Harris has a one-off because she's being totally astroturfed, and people are saying it's the end of the world. Trust me, it's the Kasich effect. There are independent voters that lean to the left that don't know anything about Kamala, so they default to her. As soon as she starts talking about the issues, which they're going to try to stop her from doing as much as possible, that's going to become a problem.
If you've watched local news or local television, like I watch local news every morning, it's wall-to-wall attack ads on Kamala Harris. Like, people are going to figure out who she is. A lot of people are like black-pilled, like, oh my God, predict it's getting so close. Well, now they have it at even. But
yeah, well, there's two candidates. I would hope that they're roughly even.
If you look
why is Newsom even fucking on there? It doesn't even make sense.
If you look at Polymarket, which there's $455 million riding on it, they have Trump up 60 to 38. It's not even close. So, like, I've started now, like, okay, predict it. Well, let's look at, it's just like when you used to look at one poll. We don't have any good aggregate polling right now because it's too new and too fresh.
We need at least 2 weeks of good polling before we can get an idea of anything that's going on.